But yeah, a week ago.
What's the difference between you and the rest?
A week ago, our customer anticipated us pouring next week. I managed to pour it within 5 days. You know, so I think your normal contractor would have taken to rework all of this 2 to 3 weeks. And you know, we
had to rework it in a sense.
We had to. I mean, there was some plumbing and electrical issues that were off. So they had to unearth basically everything that we did and all the gravel, and we had to take it off the slab and replace it and put it back. And so we had to do all of that on top of reinforcing or putting plastic, reinforcing the entire slab, and then putting concrete on it. All before the rain arrives, you know, in about 11 hours. So right when it cures, the rain isn't actually going to help our slab cure. So we basically, you know, let Mother Nature give us some good results and help us.
Some divine intervention.
But any other contractor, they would have been able to do this maybe 2.5 weeks from now. And we were able to do it today, and that's the difference. Time is money in this business, and our customers are, to say the least, they're very happy. This is the fastest they've ever seen a Chick-fil-A turn around, even with a mistake.
Eat more chicken.
Eat more chicken. A beautiful slab. I'm very happy with our work. You can see though, what we did was we did the extra work. You see this? This is called a brick ledge. We had our men rework all of the mud and take everything out all along the foundation, so that when the guys come and lay the brick, their job is easier. They can just start laying it right off of all the spillage outside of our forms. That's the difference between us and other contractors. We do the extra so that way our customers have a quality result, and you know, it's easier for everyone. It's saving our customer time and money from getting somebody else out here to make corrections or refill, and it saves us, you know, a headache having to get a call back.
Because you guys could have easily said no or been difficult or charged.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we could have. I could have pushed this pour to the end of the month, just based off of exponential amount of change orders and things like that. However, we made it happen, and our customers, gladly they supported us in this endeavor, and I'm glad they're very happy with everything. You know, our men have been working a lot of hours, and they gave us some really great results.
So where's the Bible at? Where's the Bible at?
So the Bible is not here yet. That's why we did a block out. You can see that little area right there in front of the front door. So that block out area is for a Bible that Chick-fil-A puts inside their foundation, that gets encapsulated with every foundation. So we're going to come in and do that with a bag mix, and we'll probably do that with the owners, or something a little more personable.
So that's what that is.
That's right. So that's pretty cool to see that, and have a high caliber client like Chick-fil-A, and they have those types of values. It really lets you see, what you're working for, and the good that comes out of it. So we're very happy with everything. My men did that block out with ease. That wasn't on the plans, but when they told us about it, we made it happen regardless, because that's our belief, and we back that. So it's looking good. We're on the up and up. My business partner, lucrative man. He was on par. We had about, I want to say, one extra truck that we needed that was already anticipated. So we were right on the money in terms of quantity. They're going to get this poured out right now, but we always do this last because this is the freezer pad, so it needs some extra special love. This is done at the end intentionally, so that way the freezer pad is touched up. One of the last things we touch up, and our customers understand that it was attended to, because it needs more care since it's always going to be frozen, a frozen box on top of it. We got to ensure that we're protecting that concrete and encapsulating it, with pressure treated wood around for our purpose. So
does that mean there's a lot of condensation stuff, or is it just a heavy?
Exactly. Well, the pressure treated board is there because it's going to be staying in there, that form. So all these things are intended. As the concrete sets right now, our men are going to go back and adjust some of the cylinders. You can kind of see that are kind of off angle. Most contractors wouldn't even make that adjustment, but we definitely would. just based off of some of the work that we've seen in the past. But in terms of the professionals, we've seen that these blockouts, they're necessary. The plumbers require it. And then another thing is you'll see that some pipes have a blue paint on them. All of the pipes that have blue paint on top of their caps, there's going to be a 2-foot radius all around that circle around the pipe for the drain. So these are the things that, we consider. We pay attention to the drainage. We pay attention to the blockouts that our customers are requiring of us. And then the biggest thing is, of course, the cleanup all around the site. These are the things that make a difference and make a really good job. You can even see that the exterior pipes on the foundation, those are covered as well in tape. We make sure that there's no possibility of contamination within the pipes. Yeah, I'm really happy that our electricians and plumbers came through last night and double checked everything in all their positions. Everything's looking pretty good.